Hello, welcome back, and Bangtastic is here with another episode of Tekken 101, and this time about sidestepping. So, first of all, I'm gonna give you a short overview. We're gonna go through at least all the things I kinda know about sidestepping, right? I'm not an expert, I probably still don't know enough stuff, but I can at least give you some tips for beginners, and that probably helps. Yeah, thanks for the follow, by the way. Thank you for the follow, what the hell, man? Anyways, okay, first of all, how do I perform a sidestep? Just tap up or down. So either just tap up or tap down. That's a full sidestep. But there's not only a full sidestep, it's important to know there are different degrees of a sidestep. You can cancel the sidestep by holding back. You can do a mini sidestep, like a very tiny sidestep. You can do like half a sidestep or quarter sidestep, whatever. It's like you can choose the distance, but it's kind of tight. Then there's a full sidestep and sidestep, and then there is sidestep into sidewalk or just simply sidewalk. Sidewalk you perform by double tapping up, but the second up you hold. So up hold, up hold, up hold, up hold, right? This is important because certain moves or certain strings you can sidestep. You can do a mini sidestep, whatever, depends on the move, right? But certain moves, if you try to sidestep, you will get hit. But there are those moves you cannot sidestep, but you can sidewalk. It might be tight, but you can sidewalk. I'm not sure why that is, I just assume like you manipulate the hitboxes in a different way, that's gonna have a different hitbox than this one. It's probably more evasive. It's important to know certain things you can only sidewalk. I think there are not too many things, and that might be way too deep, right, and way too advanced, but just so you know, you can try it out. So that's first thing, and let's assume sidestepping roughly takes 6 frames. Whenever I play Tekken, I don't see many people sidestepping at all. They see, oh, I don't know when to sidestep, I don't know how to. I mean, just do it. You block something, or then just try to sidestep. Let's do it. I mean, okay, in the process you probably get hit a lot, and you say, that's really risky, right? But I will show you a bit. So there are simple things you can pay attention to in a match, and then oh, after that I can probably sidestep, right? So let's record her. Usually it's a jab, right? Jab, down for one. Okay, her down for one is pretty good, right? But okay, whenever you on block, after one jab you're always +1, right? After one jab you're +1. The opponent is +1, you're -1. Plenty of frames to do a sidestep, so not sure which side. Okay, I just tap, right? I just tap, Oh, left works. I mean to the right. I mean, depends, not always. So the thing is, okay, you can sidestep. But the thing is, okay, depending on the down for one or the move or the tracking for the move, right, you might get hit. But to make it safer, right, you do a sidestep. Oh, sidestep and block. I mean, the thing is, you might rather block and don't do a huge sidestep, right? But you have to know the moves. You have to see the moves and okay, oh, I can actually safely do a full sidestep and commit a launch or whatever, or a punish, right? But to make it safe, you can kind of see, I can probably sidestep, but I'm not sure what move he throws out. So, oh, I do this, I just hold back, right? Sidestep, hold back. That's very important to practice. Sidestep and then just block, right? Then just block. Sidestep and just block. And then you see, oh, he whiffs, and then you confirm the whiff and boom. It doesn't have to be a big punish. And then, record, I don't know, let's make this situation. Jab into this. And then what's also really good, jab this. Because the jab, one jab on block is like always +1. So her magic 4 is 11 frames, right? So it's like 10 frames. So, oh no. Whenever you see, for example, the magic 4, right? Jab into magic 4, or maybe Kasumi plays to just magic 4 into magic 4, right? Don't press anything. The easiest thing to do ever. Oh, whenever you see a magic 4, try to fish for magic 4s, always sidestep. Just. And then you think, oh, they might throw out that one, right? That's where you have to practice it, right? Sidestep into block, right? Then you're still safe, right? You can do it all day. You have time. Oh, What's that? You sidestepped in. I mean, it's a little bit tight. You have to practice it, you know. When you see the sparks, whenever you see the sparks, and then it's your, instead of pressing your punish button, you just need to press the, you know, the movement button, like up or down, right? But you know, when you see the block dust, whatever it's called, I don't know, the white snow, and you have to practice that. I mean, certain moves have different recoveries, right? Or block stun. You know, certain moves, it takes longer to recover, and then you can input, or then it takes your input. And sometimes, you know, you have to, for certain moves, you actually have to practice it, and you have to know, okay, I can rather press it, or just spam it and do it anyway. You know, that's also important to keep track of. But the important thing is to practice sidestep in the block. Sidestep block, you know, when you're not sure, you know, and just do it, I mean, that also helps if you're at the wall, right? I mean, at the wall, either, okay, you commit to a sidewalk, or just slowly sidestep block, until you're out of the either corner or far away from the wall again, right? You know, you have to practice that. You can pick any character you want, you know, then you can take a turn, right? I mean, you might want to, oh, you see them punish, right? Oh, you see them whiff something, you're like, either you just go for a jab, or maybe you go for magic 4, you think, okay, he gonna press anyway, or you just do a down forward one. I mean, you don't always have to go for a big launcher, right? I mean, you can go for a hop kick, but that's, you know, if they just block it, you get punished, right? You know, often it's probably better to just use smaller moves there, especially when they're with small moves, right? If they're with big moves, then you can always go for launcher, but you kind of have to know, right? But yeah, important, always sidestep, block, sidestep, block. And there's another thing, there's like, you know, I mean, for certain characters, there's then also like you sidestep into duck, sidestep duck. I'm not sure if I can demonstrate it. Sidestep duck. I mean, okay, with those moves, it might be hard. But sidestep, if you just sidestep duck, we wait the 4, and we block the low, but we eat the mid then. You know. But certain characters are super weak to that. Then you deny like most of the opponent's moves. You just need to, okay, see, oh, he's using those moves, and okay, I can sidestep and duck it, and I will deny like 70% of his moves, right? I mean, is that good game design? No. Does it require any brain? Not really, because you can just sometimes just default OS it, option select it all the time, and that's just no good. It's just like, oh, I'm not sure what to do, I just do that, right? Oh, he whiz, oh, I block it. You know, it's not good, but it works. In this game at least. But you know, I wouldn't recommend it always resorting to that. Unless you play in a tournament and you know you can beat the opponent like that. But, you know, just to clarify that. Is he gonna do a low ever? I forgot they need to do the jab. God damn it. I mean, okay. I mean, it's not that easy. I mean, with certain characters, I think like against Dragunov it's super good. Or against Mishimas, for example, whenever the hell sweep. Think you got a hell sweep, right? Against Mishimas, that might work wonders too. Because especially online sometimes, oh, whenever you do something, and they always go for hell sweep. Then you're like, oh shit. I mean, you can just try to sidestep, sidewalk the hell sweep too, but online it's not so easy. But offline it's very doable though. Then there might be more advanced, but sometimes it's important to do that too. If you see, okay, that guy is hitting me with a lot of lows, then maybe you can start doing that too. Okay, her low was pretty slow, but you know, they maybe use faster lows, then you sidestep duck, ooh. At least, you know, you wait linear highs, and you hook the lows. I mean, and then and the next level would be, oh, you're gonna sidestep duck, sidestep low parry, and then you still hold down low parry, or just hold down forward. It works too, you know, but then you don't block. But I mean, sidestep fuzzy guard. With fuzzy guard, it means sidestep hold back first and then duck, depending if you think, oh, you're gonna throw out a little bit slower lows, right? But that's so fucking advanced, I don't even do that, but you know. Technically it's possible, right? Technically it's possible, but you know, we're not robots. Or maybe Korean arts, but you know. And then you just commit to it. I mean, it's one part of our strategy, right? You don't want to guess, you just commit to it. If it's a good idea, not really. You can try and see how far you can get with them. It's always better to see, okay, observe the opponent, see which moves he's gonna use, right? Then you try to sidestep. And another thing is, okay, when you can also sidestep, right? So for certain things, very important, that counts for defense and offense. So you do a one jab, you can sidestep. One jab, sidestep. One jab, sidestep. You can even do a two jab. Okay, two jab is like on block. What is it? So we do a one jab, right? We can mix it up. We do one jab, sidestep. We can do two jabs. Two jabs are minus one, right? On block. If you want to stay in plus frames, I mean, one jab is always better, and you can delay it a bit. I mean, he thinks, oh, either he presses immediately or not, right? But two jabs minus one, you can always sidestep. If you do 1-2, you can always sidestep and block. And then the opponent either instantly retaliates with something, maybe it whiffs, and boom, there's your punish. Then it starts anew. Or most characters down for it once, right? It depends on the character. If you have a down for it one up until -4, you can probably sidestep it. Or like, let's say up until -3. I mean, there are certain down for it ones. For example, Lydia's down for it one is -5 in block. So with -5, you probably, if you try to sidestep, you always get hit by jabs. But that doesn't mean you can never sidestep. You know, if it's something, the thing is, if something is like -5, if you see how the opponent reacts, if the opponent reacts with a move that is slower than jabs, right? Let's say he does like, I don't know, a hop kick or something, you can still sidestep. Taken, this you can actually sidestep the hop kick and it doesn't track. But just as an example, right? So it's not always set in stone. The frames are not always set in stone. It's always relative what your opponent is doing, and you have to observe your opponent. You know, you have to see it. Okay, what is he doing? What is he actually doing? And what can I do against it? You know, that's all about it. You don't always have to play with the frames. That's not good, because if you play only with the frames after the frame book, right? A good player will see, oh shit, that guy always plays after frames, like flowcharty, and boom, you're gonna do, oh, you know, he's in that frame situation, then that means he's gonna do this and that, because he never goes for anything else. And that's what makes you more predictable, right? If you always play 40 frames. And that's where it's also important to sometimes disrespect the frames. Then the opponent is like, damn, this situation, he's like, you know, -2. But he does anything he wants. So I can never say what he's going to do next. So, you know what I mean? Really important. So, after one jab, I mean, the thing is, either you take a plus frames or a sidestep, right? You do 1-2, you can sidestep. If the opponent does it to you, you can also sidestep. Same with down for one again. If you see an opponent down for one-ing you can always sidestep block. Or even sidewalk. I mean, it's more risky sidewalk, obviously, but you can try it. Why not? Try something new. Or like, especially if you have a low, sidestep. Low, sidestep. Because after people get hit with a low, you know, sometimes online, they just want hop kick. Then you sidestep, you know, after low. I mean, I'm 0, I can do whatever I want. Only on max range is +1. But, you know, if I have a low poke, that is like, you know, -1, -2 up until 0, or better even plus frames. Then, you know, oh, sidestep too, you know. If you know he's gonna press something, then, you know, why not go for a sidestep? Maybe you whiff a big move and boom, easy launch, you know, keep him moving. And then you're gonna think, that guy is sidestepping. What he's gonna do, he's gonna use some tracking moves. So that means he's gonna either use down for 2s, because they're basically tracking moves, or his tracking moves, right, with the white sparks. What does it mean for some characters? For certain characters, okay, it's safe. For other characters, it's punishable. Then you just do, like, you know, that's why you do sidestep block. Then you sidestep block, oh, that guy's sidestepping all the time, I need to use my tracking move to catch him. But now, you're gonna do the sidestep block, boom, block it, well, get maybe 10 frame, 11 or 12 frame punish. Also like other moves, like -4, or Ravens, -4, oh, you can still sidestep. I mean, -5, not too bad. I mean, you can try. I wouldn't always go for it, right? But again, you just need to see how he reacts. Whenever he does a move that is like, let's say 13 frames, right? Then you can easily sidestep. Given that move doesn't track to the side where you're sidestepping, obviously. But there you have to see it, right? You see the move. You see the move. You put him into a situation. You know, that on block. That is a situation, or on hit. That is a situation. That is a situation. Whatever. There's so many situations, right? And then there, you know, every move on block represents a situation. And then you see, because certain people always react similarly. If you know, maybe, you know, I can tell often, oh, if you hit them with a low, they're gonna hop kick, or they're also gonna sidestep, or they just block low, or they just start throwing. You know, and then you see, oh, what is he gonna do when I do the down forward one? Then you see, oh, he's doing that. And then you see, okay, what is he doing after 2 jabs? What is he doing after 1 jab? You know, etc., and so on. You have to pay attention to that. And then it gets easier to sidestep. Again, and then you see maybe certain strings or certain sequences he's doing. Maybe it's flowcharting you and you see, oh, that part of the flowchart I can sidestep. Get a big launch, you know, stuff like that. I mean, given that requires a shit ton of labbing, right? I mean, it might be a lot of work, but it's really rewarding and fun. It's a 3D game after all. You can choose whatever. I mean, the game represents to you, through the opponent, a situation, a problem, right? And you can solve it. You can either solve it by maybe parrying, Sabaki, you can use it by using movement. It's a 3D game. I mean, that's why we play Tekken. We want to have, you know, kind of freedom of choice. So what we're gonna do, because, you know, there are plenty of situations and it's not always, there's not only one way to do things. You can do things whatever you want as long as it works. As long as you get your punish out and you win your games, then that's it. Let's check out Mishimas. You know, there's a certain fuzzy guard you can do. You know, you can sidestep, still block it, and a little bit later, you block the hell sweep, you know. For example, I mean, it might be not the best way, but yeah, it's because the mid comes out sooner than hell sweep, right? And do like back and down back. But you have to practice that, and then you see, oh, confirm the whiff, right? And then you need to do something, right? But if you're already ducking, maybe you do that, right? Do low, or maybe not always like a, you don't have to do like a launch. You might be tired, but you know, you can get some sort of punish off. No? Because you still hold back, and just as you want to press down, you're still standing though, you know, almost at the last frame. Then that's it, for example. But okay, and then there are so many other moves you can sidestep, right? You just need to more or less know the frames a bit, or see what is he doing, and see, okay, can I sidestep this move? Yes or no? Then next time, if you put the opponent into the same situation, or the opponent puts in the same situation, pay attention to that, and then if you sidestep it, sidestep. Or if you're gonna do a low, then block low. Or if you're gonna, you know, grabs you at that point, then you're ready to throw break, etc, etc, right? But you have to, you know, pay attention. So guys, anyway, I think that's it. I've talked enough. I hope you found this video helpful, and we're gonna see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bangtastic out. Peace out.